Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another day of Vlogmas. If you guys watched yesterday's vlog, you'll know that today I'm going to be baking with my mom. My mom is in Canada, so we're not going to be baking together, but we're going to be baking over FaceTime. She's actually having breakfast right now, so we're going to start in probably like 10 minutes. Oh, he's calling me.
FaceTime vid.
Good morning.
Kijk, jij bent helemaal opgemaakt en ik loop nog in mijn gymkleren. Zal ik even wat anders aandoen?
No, I boiled the water. I'm gonna put the raisins in the water now. You were actually called me when I was doing my intro for the video.
Oh. So I ruined it?
No, you didn't ruin it at all.
Because I put my hair in a ponytail when I'm baking.
Okay, so I will do the same. Mom says put your hair in a ponytail so that it doesn't get in the way.
Well, exactly. You don't drop any hair in baking, right?
Oops. Yeah. Obviously, I'm going to leave the recipe to the apple pie in the description box. And I'm also going to take you guys through the... I'm talking to my camera.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna
quickly say something to the camera.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna leave the recipe to this in the description box below so you guys can follow it step by step yourself. What my mom told me to do before we start baking, which I think is important for you guys to know, is to boil some water so you can soak the raisins. If you don't like raisins, you can exclude the raisins. They're kind of like an optional ingredient, but we like raisins. 100 gram, toch?
As a tip.
As a tip? Yeah.
As a tip, if you really want something special, you can soak your raisins in cognac.
Cognac?
Overnight.
Overnight?
And then you have a liquor taste on these.
Oh. My dad loves it.
I have two.
Mine's like this.
Oh.
Oh.
Yours is bigger, actually, I think.
It's a 9-inch. Yours is 8, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so I just put the raisins in a little bowl, and then because I don't have a kettle, I just boil the water in a little pot. And then I'll just soak the raisins in the... I'll soak the raisins with the boiling water. So we're gonna start with the dry ingredients, and then we're gonna cut the apples after and let the dough sit for a little bit. Let's do it. Oh!
Hold on. What is it, kind?
Well, I just thought it would be fun to make a move, and then I broke my bowl. But it's not broken, there's just a little crack. 4 cups of flour.
Mom is old school, she does it in grams.
Doesn't need what?
Mom is old school, she does it in grams.
You're just European.
Yeah. So while I'm still having the flour here, I butter the shapes a little bit.
Okay.
I take a tiny bit of my organic butter.
Okay.
I'll toss it in my baking pan.
Yes.
I use a tiny bit of paper towel.
She's greasing the baking pan.
Yes, that's the right word. So cut out what I said because that sounds very silly.
No, come on. You're good.
And then you grab a little bit of flour. Half a tablespoon should be more than enough to coat the baking pans. Oh, it's my pleasure. So I'm
doing the same thing that she does. I have the butter, and I'm just gonna cover the baking tin in it so that the pie doesn't stick to the bottom. You guys don't know this, but I have made this pie with my mom. How many times would you say, Ma?
Well, 1,000.
Like 1,000?
Well, for years we made them every week, right? So...
And then I just did, just so you guys can see what I'm doing, I just put a little bit of flour, and then I'm gonna I don't wanna do this in the air, but I'm just gonna pat the sides like this. And then the bottom will have a small thin layer of flour on it too.
So I'm gonna add the baking powder according to the recipe. This is the teaspoon I use.
Oh, okay, so maybe it is. I don't know.
It is.
Seems
and
big,
I like
right?
to use the best salt ever, real salt.
Okay. My mom's ingredients are a little bit top of the chart. Mine are not as top of the chart, but that's okay. She's a pro.
No, I'm not.
You are, Mom. I'm listen, you guys don't know this, and I didn't have time to say it in the beginning.
Meantime,
oh, sorry. What?
I'm gonna drain my raisins
Okay.
and put them on a paper towel.
Okay. So I'm gonna do the same as my mom. I'm gonna drain these, and then I'm gonna let them soak out on a paper towel so that they're not wet when I'm putting them in the mixture.
We can't use that humidity in the pot.
Moisture.
The moist,
Yeah.
sorry. We'll put them in the apple bowl, so we don't put them in the flour bowl. We use 2 separate bowls, one for the dry ingredients.
And one for the wet. So the raisins
And
are part
one-
of the wet ingredients. Don't laugh because I don't have actual like mixing bowls, or I don't have like a lot of mixing bowls, but this is like my flour mixture right now. And now I'm going to add all of this butter, this whole pack of butter. The exact measurements for the butter and all of that will be linked down below. It's crazy how much butter goes in there, huh?
Yeah, it is.
And because my mom and I are not using a mixer, we're actually going to use our hands. It's just easier if you cut up the butter a little bit so that there's no like butter chunks left over in the mixture. Also recommend taking out the butter maybe, what was it, an hour? 1.5 hours before you start baking, so that it's not super hard.
So it softens.
Yeah.
I'll crack 1 egg already in the recipe.
I'm running behind.
Take your time, Daphne.
1 egg. Do your thing, girl, do your thing. Now we're gonna roll up our sleeves. Because we're
I
gonna
can't
get right
even say
in
it
there.
again.
I was telling them that you have to roll up your sleeves because now we're gonna actually get in there.
Gotta work. Work.
Gotta work! This is how you guys, oh my god, it's so funny. A lot of you guys comment on, sorry, I have a little speck on my camera. Mom, I don't know if I told you. Oh, you go ahead first and then I'll tell them.
No, tell me. I love to hear the story.
So you always get comments on your shoulders and arms, right? People always comment on my mom's amazing arms and shoulders, and the reason she has them is because of this pie. Okay, so how much honey are you thinking?
So the recipe is calling for 325 milliliters of honey.
Yes. The only problem
Now,
is they don't count it in milliliters. It's in grams.
It's the same.
It's the same?
I just do it by just guessing a little bit. This is an awful sound, but this is just my honey making the sound.
Are you sure, Mom?
I'm very sure. See, empty bottle. There we go.
I know, I said I'm gonna have to use this whole bottle, I think. The best thing about this apple pie is that it's all using natural sugars. So we don't use actual sugar in the pie. It's a lot healthier for you.
While I'm using the honey, I also add a little bit already to my bowl with the raisins.
Oh, you do? Oh, the other bowl.
Yes.
Yes.
The other bowl.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what to do there.
So I just cut a lemon in half. I will take out the seeds and I will squeeze it in the bowl with the raisins and the honey. So the apples don't discolor as quick.
Oh yeah, good tip.
And if it's a juicy lemon, half is more than enough.
These lemons be juicy. Like I said before, because I don't have... Oh, I just broke my other bowl, so I don't have another bowl, so I'm actually going to be using these 2 little things for the apples, for like the filling. So I'm just going to squeeze the lemon in there. I might even be able to use just one, but yeah, this is how it's going to have to be.
You turned on your oven, did you, Daphne?
I did. Cinnamon, everybody's favorite ingredient.
And then we're going to start cutting the apples because I think it's smarter to do the dough all in one, because otherwise we have to wash our hands multiple times. And maybe you could tell your viewers that you can use this recipe also for gluten-free, that your brother has celiac and that we often make this recipe with gluten-free flours and it works perfectly.
Yeah, you guys hear that? So you want to tell them what apples they need to get preferably?
So I try to use the softer apple, like a Macintosh or In the Netherlands it's called goudrennetten.
Yep.
Because they cook easily. I don't use a cutting board, I just slice it in tiny pieces.
See, okay, so this is really important because I get so many comments about my cutting.
Sorry,
my dangerous,
I you wrong.
My dangerous cutting. This is where I get it from, okay? It's not something I came up with.
Nope.
Oh, that video was so sweet.
Video?
So sweet.
Hij ligt altijd naast me zij als ik wat aan het maken ben.
So cute. I'm ready. Are we gonna... We're gonna do the thing
dough.
now? Okay. We're gonna prep the dough.
And depending if it feels dry, you can always add a little butter or egg or honey.
Oh, you're already in there. She's fast. I have to be very careful.
Yeah. Now what I might do, Daphne, I don't know if you have like, you can give me a couple minutes. I'll make some extra dough so I have to make an extra pie.
Mom, this is gonna take me longer than it's gonna take you, so you do whatever you need to do.
Because I wanna do something different in a sec, but gonna screenshot this. Not sure if you can use that picture, but I will send it to you anyway.
Thanks. I love everything you sent me so far, so.
Okay, well, no stress. I'm gonna quickly grab a bowl and make a little more dough.
This is very fun, eh?
It's hartstikke fun, kind.
I know.
It's really fun.
You make the crust, essentially.
Yeah. And what you can do is a little secret is to moisten your hands a little bit.
Okay.
So it's easier to work with. So either have a wet cloth that you touch or under the tap, and then with the little paper towel you dry them a little bit so they're still moist.
Okay, so my mom is a little bit ahead of me, but what she's doing is she's started to make the crust and the sides of the pie. So you guys will probably see in the video now, but yeah, I'm gonna do that in a second. My hands are so dirty. I'm almost done with the base and the sides.
Whenever you're ready, I'm gonna put the apples.
Well, you can do it.
But yeah, and you know the reason why? Because I have to give away these pies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make them a little look nicer on the top. Good job, Daphne.
Nice, right? I should put you up here, actually. So
I'm gonna film this. I don't know if you can see this. I have a little flour on my counter, which is extremely cleaned, extremely well. So I'm gonna spread that flour a little bit, and I wanna roll it out.
I know what you're gonna do now.
See, I've never done this before myself either, so I know you roll from the middle to the outside. And of course it's not going as I have wished for. LOL.
Yeah, so I'm doing what she's doing in the palm of my hand. I'm just pressing the top. So because my mom is giving them away as gifts, she's gonna make the top of the pie a little bit more aesthetic or presentable. And I'm just gonna do mine the way I would make it for myself.
You have to top it off with some raw egg on the top, right?
Yeah, you're right. I'll just leave it for a little bit then. Okay, so I finished this one. I just covered it up.
Ja, het looks. En weet je wat je kan doen? As soon as you put your egg on top of it, make nice slices with a sharp knife.
Oh, good idea. I have so much dough, so I'm actually gonna try and make another one. It's just gonna be in this shape instead, because that's all I have, but it would be a waste to get rid of the dough and the leftover apples. So, but first I'm gonna put a little bit of raw egg on the top so it gets nice and golden in the oven. Oh, there's dough on the floor.
Yeah, I have it everywhere.
It's like under my feet. There's my egg. I'm gonna whisk it with a fork so that the yolk and the egg white are mixed together. And then I'm gonna put a little bit with my fingers on top of the pie. How is yours going?
Yeah,
Oh wow,
or
nice,
brush.
Mom.
I would say
Nice.
in your video, brush it on your pie. That sounds more professional, Daphne.
Okay. My mom, if you can see, my mom is making, she's making like long strips and covering the pie that way. Looks good, Ma.
I have a little dough left over. You would like to use it?
Yeah, you want to send it my way?
Yeah. Send it in a text. It will come.
Okay.
That's a good day to clean the kitchen afterwards.
Yeah, it is. Even if it wasn't, I think we have to. I make the best faces when I'm I'm like So I ended up having enough dough and ingredients to make another one. I couldn't fill it up all the way because I think I'm only have enough dough to top it off, but just wanted to show you guys that.
Ja, als we bijna eruit moeten. 1 uur en een kwartier doe ik het.
Okay, perfect.
Doei doei.
Doei doei. Okay guys, I just hung up with my mom. I'm gonna put these pies in for an hour and 15 minutes and then we're gonna show you guys the finished product when they're done. Okay guys, so I just took out my pie. I actually took mine out a little bit earlier than my mom just because I think our ovens are a little bit different. But look, need to be careful, but look at it. I can't believe how good it looks. I'm actually gonna give you guys a close-up really quick. Okay guys, I actually just got changed because I have to leave my house, but I quickly wanted to tell you guys what I'm gonna do with the pies so that they stay good. My mom also had to leave, so I'm just gonna insert a photo of her pies once they're done because she's not gonna come on anymore. But anyway, if you guys make this and you don't want to eat the whole thing, or if you're like me and you're living by yourself and you obviously cannot finish a whole pie on your own, well, you can, or you just don't want to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna freeze the bigger pie. I'm gonna put it in the freezer. I'm just gonna cover it in aluminum foil, I think. And it stays good in the freezer for about 3 or 4 months. So that's a nice solution for if you're living by yourself like me and you don't want to finish the whole pie in one sitting. But yeah, other than that, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had so much fun doing this with my mom. She's such a good sport about being on FaceTime, being on camera. So if any of you guys end up making the pie, definitely let me know. Send me a picture or tag me in a story on Instagram. I would love to see you guys make this recipe, and I'm sure my mom would too. So thank you guys so much. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah!